Good day viewers, you are welcome to Maths Focus. Today we are treating the general form for deriving quadratic equation. Example, let a, b be the root of a quadratic equation. Determine the quadratic equation. So our question here is, let a and b be the root of a quadratic equation. Determine the equation. So to determine the equation, we say let x be the unknown. So when x is the unknown, we have our x is equal to a, or our x is equal to b. X is equal to a or x is equal to b. So we equate this equation to 0. How do we equate this equation to 0? We'll take our a and cross it over to this side. Likewise our b and cross it over to this side. To cross our a up to this side, our a is positive. So once our a cross our equality sign, it becomes negative. So we then have x negative a is equal to 0, or positive b crossing our equality sign becomes negative. X negative b is equal to 0. Please note that when your positive sign crosses your equality sign, it becomes negative, and when your negative sign crosses your equality sign, it becomes positive. So that was it here. So what do we do next? We bracket this. We put this in bracket, and we put this in bracket. So we say bracket x minus a, close the bracket, bracket x minus b, close the bracket, all equal to 0. We now have two brackets. How do we go about two brackets? We use this, our x, to multiply everything we have in this bracket, and we use our minus a to multiply everything we have in this bracket. Having that in mind, we now have x bracket x minus b, close the bracket, then our minus a bracket x minus b, close the bracket, all equal to 0. So now we open this bracket. X multiplied by x give us x squared. X multiplied by minus b give us minus bx, minus ax minus a multiplied by x give us minus ax. Now we now have this minus a multiplied by minus b. Minus multiplying minus gives us positive. So a multiplying b gives us ab, all equal to 0. So you also know that when your positive sign multiplies your positive sign is equal to positive, and when your negative sign multiplies your negative is equal to positive. Likewise, when your negative sign multiply your positive sign is equal to negative, and when your positive sign multiply your negative sign is equal to negative. The negative overrule the positive here. Likewise in this place. So what we now use was this minus multiplying minus, or negative multiplying negative. So having this now, we have x squared minus bx minus ax plus ab is equal to 0. Looking at this, we can factorize this. We have something in common here. We have x in common here. So we now go like this. We say x squared minus b, and with negative and negative here, we have this as positive. Sorry, in a bracket, a, then what's common between them? X plus ab equal to 0. Negative multiplying positive will give us negative. So likewise, our negative multiplying this will give us bx, and our minus Multiply now, positive a will give us minus ax. So we can write this as this x minus x square minus bracket a plus b close the bracket x plus ab all equal to 0. So now this is our general formula for deriving the roots of a quadratic equation. The general way of deriving the root of a quadratic equation is very helpful and very useful in exams because it's less time consuming, it's very fast. All you do is this: a plus b just mean you find the sum of the roots you are given, and then you find the product and just input them into the question, into the formula I mean, and then you use it to derive the equation which you are looking for. This is very good when you're doing something like when you're having an exam like JAM, WAEC, NAPTEP, and the rest of them. So to save time, once you're just giving the question, giving the roots, you just put them into the equation, you find their sum. If you find their sum, then you find their product. Boom. You get your equation, get your answer, move on to the next. Okay, so we're taking this example. Example 1. Construct a quadratic equation whose roots are minus 3 over 2 and 7. Option A, 3x plus 11x plus 21 is equal to 0. Option B, 3x square. Option A, 3x square plus 11x plus 21 is equal to 0. Option B, 2x square plus 11x plus 21 is equal to 0. And option C, 2x square minus 11x minus 21 is equal to 0. And option D, 3x square minus 11x minus 21 is equal to 0. And lastly, option E, x square minus 11x minus 21 is equal to 0. So we want to resolve this equation, and we are going to try the two methods, use the two approach to try to derive this equation. Firstly, we are going to go with the general form for deriving quadratic equation. So now let's begin. Construct the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 3 over 2 and 7. So we go solution. So the general form is this: x square minus bracket a plus b x plus ab equal to 0. So here is the product. You find the product, and here's the sum, then here you find the product. So let's look for the sum, and here product. So we are given minus 3 over 2, and we're given 7. So let's find the product of minus 3 over 2. So for these, we have minus 3 over 2 plus 7. Minus 3 over 2 plus 7. How do we do this? How do we go about this? We first of all just make this an irrational number, 7 over 1. 7 over 1 still gives us 7, right? So now we now have a fraction of minus 3 over 2 plus 7 over 1. How do we solve fraction? First of all, look for our LCM. So we want to look for our LCM. How do we get our LCM? We can say 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is going to give us 2. So 2 will be our LCM. So 2 as our LCM. What do we do next? We say 2 into 2. 2 dividing 2 will give us 1. So 1 times 3. 1 times minus 3 will give us minus 3. So now we now have 2, right? Minus 3, right? So now we'll bring down our positive sign. Then we say 1 into 2. 2 into 1. 2 into 1. 1 into 2, sorry, 1 into 2, 1 into 2, 1 is going to go into 2, how many times? 2 times. So once 1 is going to 2, 2 times, we say 2, 1 into 2, 2, so 2 times 7 will give us 14. So minus 3 plus 14 is going to give us what? 11. So we now have 11 over 2. So let's quickly rush the product here. So we have minus 3 over 2 times 7. What do? We just rationalize this again. So we say minus 3 times 7 is what? We have minus 21. 2 times 1 gives us 2. So just go substitute this into the general form again. We have x square minus. So now we have the sum. We've gotten the sum. So which is 11 over 2 our x. 11 over 2x. Then our minus, we have minus, right? So our minus sign will overrule our positive sign. So we have minus 21 over 2 all equal to 0. Can you see? So fast and so good. So having this, but we can't leave this equation like this. We can still do something to it. Can we? So what we do is this. So let's make this equation look more simpler. So we can say we multiply through by 2. Multiply through by 2. So I want to multiply this equation through by 2. So we say 2 multiplied by x. I'm using a bracket, x squared, close the bracket, minus 2 multiplied by 11 over 2 x, then a minus sign again, then 2 multiplied by 21 over 2, close the bracket, equal to 2 multiplied by 0. When you're solving an equation, what you do to the left hand side, you go to the right hand side. So now we now have this 2 multiplied by 2 by x squared is going to give us what? It's going to give us 2x squared. Well, I'm still writing this back, so I'll just cancel this and just write it here. It's going to give us 2x squared. So minus, these are 2, cancel these 2. 2, cancel these 2. So we now have 11x, and now this 2, cancel this 2. So we now have minus 21. So anything multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. So now we now have our equation, which is 2x squared minus 11x minus 21 all equal to 0. So this is the equation whose roots are minus 3 over 2 and 7. So what option is this? So we can see that this is option C. So option C is our answer. So our second method, let's go right away. So we say let x be the unknown. So let x be the unknown. So this gives us x is equal to minus 3 all over 2, or x is equal to 7. So we equate this to 0. How do we do that? So we take this out minus 3 over 2, crossing our equality sign to this side. Likewise, we take this out 7, opposite to 7, and cross it between the equality sign over to this side. So here what we have x minus 3 over 2 crossing our equality sign becomes positive. So x plus 3 all over 2, or x plus 3 over 2, sorry, equal to 0, or x or 7 crossing the equality sign becomes minus 7 is equal to 0. So we just take this, put it in a bracket, take this, put it in a bracket. So I will now have bracket x plus 3 all over 2, close the bracket, then open the bracket, x minus 7, close the bracket, all equal to 0, right? So we now have this. So what do we do now? So you take this, multiply the whole of this bracket. Likewise, you take this and multiply the whole of this bracket. So now we now write this as x bracket x minus 7, close the bracket, plus 3 over 2 bracket x minus 7, close the bracket, all equal to 0. So x multiplied by x will give us x squared. X multiplied by minus 7 is going to give us minus 7x, plus 3 all over 2 multiplied by x will give us plus 3 all over 2x, plus 3 all over 2 multiplied by minus 7. Our negative sign of our row, our positive sign, so we have 3 times minus 7 will give us minus 21 all over 2. 3 minus 7, 21, and all over 2, all equal to 0. So what do we do here now? What do? We resolve this. So this is just a fraction, so you can then rationalize this as making it over 1. So making it over 1, you want to solve a fraction 7 all over 1x plus 3 all over 2x. You first of all find your LCM. Your LCM of this will be 1 times 2, which is 2. So your 1 into 2 will go 2 times. So 2 times minus 7 is going to give us minus 14. So plus 2 times 2 into 2 give us 2 into 2 will go 1 times. So 1 times 3 is going to give us 3, right? So let's just solve this and bring this down and add it up. So minus 7 plus 3 is minus 14 plus 3 is going to give us minus 11 all over 2. So put it all in a bracket, should be in a bracket, then our x. So this means we bring our x down here. So we just bring this and to it, we say x square, and this we have minus 21 all over 2 all equal to 0. So having this, should we leave the equation like this? No, we shouldn't. So what do? We multiply. We multiply through by 2. So multiplying through by 2, multiply through by 2. So we have 2 multiplied by x squared, close the bracket, put your minus sign, this minus sign, 2 multiplied by 11 over 2x, close the bracket, bring down your minus sign, 2 multiplied by 21 over 2 equal to 2 multiplied by 0. Remember, what you do to the left hand side, when solving an equation, you do to the right hand side. So 2 multiplied by 2 is going to give us 2 multiplied by x squared is going to give us 2x squared. Our 2 here, can take this out, so we have minus 11x. Likewise, our 2 here, take this out, so we take this out, so we have minus 21. 2 multiplied by 0 gives us 0. 2 multiplied by 0 gives us 0. So this is our answer using the second method. Damn, so long. So for example, pose the general form is very advisable because it helps you to save time. Quickly, you move on to the next question. Please like my videos, share and subscribe. Thank you.